Oh, I don't know about a cottage by the sea. I could do with a good hangover cure after last night.
I wonder how much we've won.
Well, it must be a substantial amount, surely. I mean, one reads of such large amounts.
Ah, but they don't happen very often, do they, Daphne?
What? Oh, no. Excuse me, will you?
Yes. Oh, well, I'm excited.
Morning, Mr. Shepherd.
Good morning.
Fine weather for the time of year, isn't it? I was saying as much at the Padre this morning. You a churchgoer, Mr. Shepherd?
No.
Oh. Settling in all right, are you? You know, I'm chairperson of the club here. It's, well, we're all very friendly. It's a great way for forgetting your troubles.
I said we'd been sooner or later.
Yes, but I think the proceeds should be divided in proportion to what we've paid in.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to have such a lot of bookkeeping.
Excuse me, Daphne. As chairperson, do you think you could please find out what's happened to Harry?
What? Oh, yes. We'll continue our little chat later. Look after Mr. Shepherd for me, will you, Sarah?
Oh, thanks.
What for?
Interrupting.
Oh, giving you the old join-in and cheer-up routine, was she?
You don't sound in too high spirits yourself.
It's been one of those weekends.
Oh, come on, I'm wasting good ale time here. Where's Harry? Yeah, that's what I'll do with my share. Buy myself a nice little pub in the country, select little place, you know. Oak beams, horse brasses, and barmaids with knockers like... Here, fancy being a barmaid?
I was going to pay him, you know.
Do leave off, Douglas. I've left me hanky at home. You had no intention of paying until after we'd won the pool.
Rubbish.
Everyone knows you're a tight-fisted old sod, right? Oi, curlers.
Did you grunt?
Yeah, saying your old man, he's a tight-fisted old sod, isn't he?
Takes one to know one, so they say.
You see? Even your own daughter won't defend you.
He's old enough to defend himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. When are you going to realise I'm irresistible?
What, like the flu, you mean?
Now, go on, you name the day and you can take me out. As long as you promise to walk me home afterwards.
Yeah, and tuck you up in bed, I suppose.
Well, if you play your cards right.
Yeah. What you doing on Wednesday?
Anything you like, curlers.
Anything?
You name it, it shall be yours.
Well, you know that railway bridge on York Street?
Like the back of my hand.
You can jump off of there if you like.
You walked right into that one, son.
Come on. Come on.
All right, all right.
What is the matter with you? You've been sulking all weekend.
Nothing.
Well, it was your idea to go to this stupid meeting anyway.
Oh, don't tell me you don't want to go. They are talking about money, you know.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, never mind.
I'll shut the door, shall I? Julie, wait a minute. What's the matter? Is it something I've done?
Morning. You usually going to the meeting?
Yes. Are you?
Oh, yes.
Any idea how much we've won?
Well, none. Well, whatever it is will be welcome with inflation at 17%. And the postage has just gone up.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Thank you.
How can you possibly say that?
Well, because it happens to be true. I mean, it's not fair. They've only been here 5 minutes. We've been paying him for years.
It's just the luck of the draw. I mean, Dad's been paying for ages till he pulled out yesterday. Shouldn't he be entitled to a share?
Well, no. If he withdraws, that's his concern and his bad luck.
Yes, but by the same token, Martha, it's the Duns' good luck. They just happen to join the week that we win.
But that's not the point. It's the principle of the thing.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
I don't understand what you're arguing about. We'll all still end up with the same share. All the Duns have done is take Duggie Webber's place.
What about Leslie Shepherd? He's just joined, hasn't he?
Well, he was lucky, wasn't he? I mean, he just came in at the right time.
Yes. Oh, Dora, do you think you could find out what's happened to Harry?
Yes, of course.
Now, could I have your attention, please? Well, we all know, or should do after last night.
I don't remember much about last night, but still.
We're here to discuss our good fortune in winning the football pool.
Here, what's to discuss? I mean, surely we just divvy it all up, fair shares for all, and then go and have another big swill up.
I should have thought you'd have had enough last night.
Ah, that was just euphoria, Daph. I haven't got round to unbridled happiness
Oh,
yet.
Mr. Gowers, please.
Harry, they're all waiting down there. They want to know... Oh, Harry, what's the point of me trying to keep the place decent when you want to live like a pig?
Leave me alone, I'm working with it.
On what?
My responsibilities.
What responsibilities?
Dora, I organise the pools, don't I? Isn't it natural when we win, the punters are going to want to know how much?
All right, mastermind, how much?
Oh, how should I know?
What's all this then?
Dora, I'm trying, but there's so many variables. I don't know, could be a few hundred, 400 top whack, I don't know.
A few hundred? Oh, I think they're expecting a bit more than that, Harry.
Yeah, you're telling me half of them reckon they're going to fly off to the Bahamas tomorrow.
Oh, a few hundred. They won't like that. What are you going to tell them?
What do you mean, what am I going to tell them? Is it my fault the only time we win, so does everybody else in the country? Is it?
They're not going to like it, Harry.
Well, they'll let the lump it, won't they?
Hip hip. Harry, I was going to pay, you know. I was just feeling a bit under the weather. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah, I know how it is, Duggie. You pulled out, didn't you?
But I didn't mean to.
No, but you did pull out, didn't you, Duggie?
Harry, here you are. Sorry I didn't have any change before.
Oh, thanks, Trevor. No.
Why, How come he can pay after the results and I can't?
Because he offered to pay, but I didn't have any change.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Next thing you'll be saying, your missus decided to join in. She didn't have any change either, so you're entitled to two
All right,
shares.
Dougie, all
I'm
right.
sorry, but that's not
no,
good enough.
don't be silly.
No,
Don't
that's
be silly.
ridiculous,
Just sour
isn't it?
grapes.
I'm sorry about that. Well, I'm Tricia Webber. That was my dad.
Oh.
He's just a bit upset because he pulled out the pools.
Well, he's bound to be. But it isn't me you should be offering sympathy to. It's Harry. I'm Trevor, by the way.
Oh, yes, I know. Yes, I've seen you around.
You're the hairdresser, aren't you?
Yes, that's right, I am, yes. I do a bit in the salon as well. Hardly a salon, a bit behind the screen over there.
Yeah.
You're on the trains or something, aren't you?
Something like that.
Everyone, please. I'm sure we're all dying to know.
Yeah, come on, Harry. How much we won?
Well, we won't know exactly how much till the pool's lot tell us, but, well, according to my calculations, couple of hundred to...
How much?
200, 300, 400 top whack.
Is that all?
How many people are there actually in this syndicate?
21.
21? Now, just a minute. Let's, right, 400 divided by 21 equals £19.047 pence each.
Could be more.
I told you it was all a waste of time.
Well, it's better than nothing, isn't it?
Oh, yes, well, it is for the likes of you. You've only paid him 1 week. We've been paying him for years.
All I'm trying to say
As
is
a newcomer, I don't think you should say anything.
Oh, dear. What's happened to all these Rolls Royces you were ordering last night, then? 19 quid? Oh, oh dear, oh, dear.
I say,
Oh, hello.
I just wanted to apologise for the way my sister spoke to you just now.
It's not your fault. She's a silly... What's the joke?
Nothing. I don't know. I came after you because I thought you were upset, I suppose.
Not by her, I'm not. Oh, thanks again, anyway, well, you know, with Mother Superior before.
Oh, Daphne. She's quite harmless. She used to be the matron of a hospital, you see.
Hasn't lost the organising habit, huh? Yes. Normally, I might well have told her where to get off, but...
Something the matter? Anything I can help with?
Not unless you're a good divorce lawyer.
Oh. When?
Tomorrow.
It's awful. But you will get over it.
Some kind of lonely hearts expert, are you?
I've been through it all, if that's what you mean.
Oh, look, I'm sorry. Was that the bloke I saw you with a couple of days ago? Listen, I was going out to try and find a pub, get away from this place for a while. You fancy it?
Both crying to the same beer?
If you like.
OK. I went to quite a nice pub round here the other morning.
Well, it's just the luck of the draw, isn't it? Question now is what to do with it. Look, let's examine the options.
There are no options. It must be divided amongst us all.
£19 is not much money these days.
No, we could always invest it. Some building societies are paying over 15%.
No, I say we blow it on one big swiller.
We could also look for ways in which it could help the whole community.
I think Miss Porter, Daphne, has a point. As Dora says, £19 isn't very much money.
Oh, it is if you're on a pension. With any luck, it might be a bit more.
True, but a few £100s is a much more substantial amount. Perhaps we could buy something for the communal lounge here, or even for the gardens.
We could do with some new hairdryers.
Oh, that's going to be of great benefit to us all, isn't
Oh,
it?
yes, and that would mean that people who didn't contribute would reap the benefit.
However, I do feel that Trevor's got a point there. I feel the best thing is to take a vote as to what we should do. Right?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yes. All those in favour of splitting up...
Hang about. Half the people involved in this aren't even here. So I suggest Harry does a scout round to find out what they think.
I'll second that.
All right, Daphne, that seems the best idea. I'll put a notice on the board tomorrow night.
All that for 19 quid?
Well, that's what I really meant when I proposed investing it, actually. I think buying something useful would be a very sound investment.
And when are you two going to invest in a family, eh?
Oh, well, you know the rules here. No children.
Yes, but you're doing well at your job, aren't you? You'll soon be moving on.
Oh, not for a good few years yet. I think we want to wait and buy a house. Don't we?
Yes.
And of course, saving for a mortgage is so difficult nowadays. Every penny counts. I think children are about the last thing we want at the moment.
If you'll excuse me, I'll just go and check on the lunch.
But, of course, we've been applying for 2 years for a mortgage, and we are looking for some kind of cooperation.
Yeah, Harry.
What's your sunbeam?
Was that the result?
That is. Final result. 20 to 1 in favour of using the money as one lump sum.
No need to guess who the one was. Old acid draws. Well, with that settled, I suppose you'll be looking for something to invest this money in, you know, something that'll benefit us all.
Watch it. Here it comes.
A freezer, Harry.
A what?
A freezer. We buy a freezer, bulk buy food, cheap fruit in season, because tin food's going to become very scarce with this steel strike, and even Acid Alice will see the benefit of that. Hello, all right?
I suppose you just happen to know someone who's got one for sale.
A geezer at work. That's how I got the idea.
How much?
250 quid, and it's a bargain at that price.
No, not how much do you want. How much does this geezer want?
200 quid.
Yeah, that sounds more like a bargain.
Well, you can't blame a chap for trying.
The trouble with you is you try too hard, mate.
Well, what do you think?
Well, it's not up to me, is it? Got to put it to the vote, haven't you?
Evening.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Would you like to come in?
Fancy a cup of tea?
Oh, yes. Only if you're making one. I won't stay too long.
How did it go?
Straight down the middle. Cut and dried. I expected it, I suppose, but it brings it home to you, doesn't it?
Well, that's the first stage over. Next thing, it'll be in the newspapers.
What?
Well, it's bound to be, isn't it? I mean, the local rag, at least. After all, she did run off with the town's young football hero, and if they decide to get married...
You mean everyone here will be able to...
You'll get through it. I keep saying that, don't I? Believe me, if I can get through it, you can. It'll take time, but you'll manage.
Sounds like a good idea.
There you go. Another big pools winner says they're going to spend. Here, Harry, I didn't expect to see you tonight. I thought you'd have been on news at 10 telling the nation how you did it.
I'll do you in a minute, mate.
All right. Assuming we buy this freezer, where are we going to keep it?
And who's going to maintain it?
In the laundrette.
And you're the demon screwdriver round here, Douglas?
You're not expecting me to look after it, are you? After the way I was treated yesterday?
Well, we'll make sure you get a free packet of fish fingers.
Yes, all right, you two. You can settle that lot later. I think the idea's excellent in principle. Of course, I'd have to clear it with Mr. Marrow, the area manager. You know what he's like for rules and regulations. But in the meantime, I suggest you ask the others what they think.
All right, then. Come on, Sunbeam. You can give me a hand.
Oh, Duggie,
Huh?
you in the pools this week?
Get out of it. He's a bit too smart for his own good, that one.
Sounds like a good idea.
Mike's ideas always sound good. It's when you put them into practice the trouble starts.
Like the shelving, you mean?
At least you lost out to youth. I mean, there's something natural about that. I lost out to a bank balance in the Inland Revenue. How do you think that makes me feel?
I know how you've made me feel.
Oh, you give me an excuse to forget about my own problems once in a while.
Oh, good evening, Miss Finch. Oh, I suppose I'd better get back.
Yes, I think she's in a bit of a scalp hunting mood tonight.
Thanks again for the words of wisdom, and yesterday. I enjoyed that. Perhaps we can do it again sometime.
Why not? But don't kid yourself, Les. You know, there will be times when you just feel like putting your head in the gas oven, but you will get over it. If you want to, you will. And I'm always here, if you feel like coming to have a talk.
Thanks again, anyway. Oh, who is it along the corridor from me? A little old lady, rather strange, a bit like a sparrow.
Oh, that's Elsie. Elsie Potts. Poor old dear. She lives in a world of her own. Very unpredictable.
Takes all sorts. Bye.
Bye.
Shall I expect to find him in the bathroom soon?
You never know, Martha. Perhaps you just came back too soon.
It's awfully good of you, Tricia, at such short notice.
Wait until you see my bill. I'm on overtime now, you know.
Well, of course, my dear. You tell me exactly how much.
Don't be silly. I'm only joking.
Well, I couldn't possibly allow you to do...
Forget it. One day I'll ask you a favour.
Oh, we'll see.
Now, what's this do you're going to again?
The nurses' annual dinner in Salisbury. I said I wasn't going this year, but one of the speakers couldn't make it, and so they asked me to take her place. Obviously couldn't get anyone else.
So you're going to make a speech, are you?
Yes, worse luck. On what it was like nursing before the NHS.
Oh, couldn't have been very pleasant with all them leeches and frogs and stuff.
Leeches? Well, I'm not that ancient. It's a bit of a nuisance, really. I was going up to town to see a show with my friend Edith from the WI.
Oh, yeah? What were you going to see?
That musical, Annie.
Oh, I quite fancied seeing that myself. Never mind, you can always go another night, can't you?
I suppose so, though we've already booked the tickets. Why don't you use them? If you won't take anything for this, it'd be a bit of an exchange.
I've got no one to go with.
Oh, a pretty young thing like you. I thought you'd have had the boys queuing at your door.
Yeah, but it's never the ones you want, though, is it?
I thought someone might have found it and handed it in.
Well, from the way it's raining outside, I shouldn't be surprised if somebody hadn't borrowed it to nip over to the shops.
Oh, maybe so. I didn't think anyone would have stolen it.
There you are. I told you somebody had borrowed it.
I know. It isn't wet.
Oh, come on, Trev. You'd love her. She's got a degree in psychology.
I'm not interested in blind dates. Excuse me, you haven't seen Mrs. Webber, have you?
Oh, yeah, she's gone down to the lounge, I think.
For me, Trev, just a favour.
No.
Oh, come on, Trev, be reasonable. It's nothing, honest. It's not as if I'm asking you to go out with me granny. I mean, Linda's a very nice girl.
Oh, I'm sure she is, from your description.
Then why won't you come?
Aren't I a little old for her?
She likes older men.
Coffee, please.
Very fond of her father. She told me so herself. Make that 2, will you, love? Look, if you don't go, right, then Maggie won't go. And if Maggie won't go, Linda won't go. I mean, I've been trying to pull this one for 6 months. Been giving her free orange juice for 3. It's a chance of a lifetime. All right, a chance not to be missed.
Why don't you take this Maggie out by yourself?
Well, there's a problem there. Her old man only lets her out on Thursdays to see Linda.
Oh, I see. She's married.
Well, if you want to split hairs, yes.
No.
Now, I'm not asking you to commit adultery. See, you're obviously still excited about winning the pools. I'll go and get you some biscuits while you think about it.
Don't you ever give up.
Only when I'm ahead.
Oh, Mrs. Webber, can I have a word with you, please?
Do you fancy a cup of tea?
Oh, I'd love one.
Hang on a minute, then.
Have you got change for 50p in there? Not enough. Trish, have you got change for the telephone?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I haven't. Daphne's in there. She might be able to lend you some.
Oh, great.
Cup of tea, please.
You didn't put any sugar in it. Oh, hello, my dear.
Have you possibly got change for the telephone?
Oh, I expect so. Pass my bag, will you?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Now what have we got? Help yourself.
Oh, thanks, that's great.
You all right, my dear? There's nothing wrong, is there?
No, nothing.
It's not terribly important. It's just I still haven't read the final chapter.
Trev, your coffee's getting cold.
Yeah, OK.
Oh, we seem to have a lot of things going astray at the moment anyway. I'll let you know if it's handed in. Oh, Trish, are you coming for some dinner, love?
I'll be back another 20 minutes with Daphne.
OK, I'll put some away for you.
All right.
Oh, wait, Trish. Excuse me.
Hi.
You wouldn't do me a favour, would you?
Depends on what it is.
He's been pestering me to go out with him again next week.
Oh, I know the feeling. And you want to use me as an excuse?
I'm afraid so.
Well, it's not the best proposition I've had, but, have you seen that musical, Annie?
No, I haven't, actually.
Well, I've been offered 2 tickets. Do you fancy it?
Yeah, OK, fine.
Right.
I don't believe this. What's she got that lovely Linda hasn't got?
Well, I don't suppose anything, but at least I know what I'm getting.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, and what's he got that I haven't got?
Wow.
Don't answer that. You know, you're making it very difficult for me to love you both.
Done. Julie. Look, I'm ringing for the results of my pregnancy test.